Hey everybody, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snack Bar here with MLB 14 The Show, and we have got another game out of the Oakland Athletics franchise. You can see we've headed north of the border to play the Toronto Blue Jays. Things are going really well for the A's, not so much for the Blue Jays. So, anyway, Jared Parker is going to get this starting nod for the Oakland Athletics today, and Jenkins is going to get the start for the Blue Jays today. Obviously, it's got to be an improvement over what happened against the Tampa Bay Rays. I still can't believe that they had somebody with a stamina of 23 starting that game. Anyway, here we go in the top of the second. Really not too much to show from the first inning. Brandon Moss with a hit that is going to escape the infield and go into right for the first hit today. So, Brandon Moss just having a terrific season so far. He's leading the team with home runs and RBIs as well. Now here's Kendrys Morales on his 1-2 count. Goes into the gap in right center. Like perfectly in the gap. So Moss going to go from first to home. No throw at the plate. Morales is going to end up with a double. I was kind of even debating about trying to go third if he was going to, maybe bobble it or something like that in the outfield. But Yoenis Cespedes watching that pitch right down the middle. That's what I was talking about earlier. Like in the Jackie Robinson series, they throw all strikes at the beginning, and now here in the Athletics one, they're doing the same thing. So this one goes right down the line in left, almost into the corner. Cespedes is going to end up second with a double, a pretty close call. But Morales does come home. So we are looking at 2 runs early on in this game for the A's. Really nothing, as far as big hits go, except for that one that we saw from Kendrys Morales. But no home runs or anything like that. So we've kind of calmed down a little bit. So Jaso, he's going to end up getting Cespedes on over to third with that hit. So with just, I think, 1 out to go here. Yep. Got 1 out left to go, and here's Alberto Callaspo. Haven't been able to see him too much in this series, but that one's going to go through the middle, and that one will go ahead and bring Cespedes home. Now, Sogard is still going to be out here for anywhere between 1 to 6 days, so we may have 1 or 2 more games where we see Alberto Callaspo starting at second. Now, whenever there is a lefty starting pitcher, home run for the Blue Jays. Just coming right back with a home run here to get a run on, or their first run on the board. So, I think that was Lind who got that home run. But anyway, I think I was saying Sogard's out 1 to 6 more days, and then Callaspo will be back on the bench unless we face a left-handed hitter, because Sogard does really good against righties, not so much against lefties. So I just think it's fair to go ahead and sit him down. But top of the third, Jed Lowry's will go ahead and get a base hit into right field as well. So now we've got back-to-back innings with hits here. We could continue to build upon it. Now, remember, Brandon Moss was the first person to get a hit here in the second. Dang it. It's right back at Jenkins. So a double play right there. Got to be careful about how this goes. Parker having a pretty good game, minus that 1 home run to start things off. Callaspo with a good stop, preventing that one from going into the outfield. But at the end of the day, all that effort really didn't mean too much, because if it would have rolled to Reddick and right, still would have ended up with a single anyway. So Lind, home run earlier, final out here of the 4th inning. So now we move on to 5. Jed Lowry again. Gosh, we're seeing, seems like just a few people offensively here. Nothing from Coco Crisp really, or Donaldson, another person we haven't seen yet. But Lowry getting that base hit puts him at first. Oh, here's Josh Donaldson in the 5th inning. This one's going to go into right field, so that'll be a base hit for him to put runners on first and second. Now, we've already got the 2-run lead, so I'm hoping that now we're going to be able to go ahead and be able to put some more runs, maybe get back here to having a 3-run lead, maybe go ahead and expanding it even more. I mean, here's Brandon Moss. I know he can do it. He can get the big hit right now. But nope. He's going to be the final out here in the top of the 5th. Man. Moss just, I don't know, not doing too hot this game. Surprised Parker didn't get that one. Or Lowry for that matter. But it gets past 2 athletics to go into the glove of Coco Crisp in center field. So a single right here for the Blue Jays, and Colby Rasmus will be coming up to the plate next. So Colby Rasmus, I'll tell you what, I've really had to make him work in this game here today, as there have been a lot of balls that have been hit towards center field. So wearing him down a little bit, which is good. But still, at this point in the game, Jared Parker has still had a pretty good performance. Now, Jared Parker is the only pitcher right now for the Athletics that is on a cold streak, so this is a pretty big game because I want to try to get him out of it as quickly as possible. Now, I haven't been able to get too many strikeouts at all. I think there might have been just one prior to this one. Oops, spoiler alert. Oops, I really did spoil that one. Yeah, so I mean, there's been like maybe 1 or 2 strikeouts before this, but this one was pretty weird. Like, yeah, it seemed like it was drop third strike, but never advanced on over to first, and there's technically no out. I mean, as you can see right here, you know, swing and a miss. It goes off of Jaso's left arm, like his bicep. Don't get that one, but oh well. Donaldson will get it over to Morales for the final out of this inning too. Luis Perez going to be coming in for the Toronto Blue Jays. So anytime that we see a relief pitcher, I get pretty excited since I know a lot of good things could come from it. So a base hit here for the Blue Jays. Now you can see, though, that the Blue Jays are getting their offense going and not so much me now. So Melky Cabrera getting that single. 0-2 count now, and Parker's done a very good job of getting ahead in the count. That one's going to get in between Lowry and Donaldson to go out to Cespedes in left. That puts runners on first and second. So this is a dangerous situation here for the Athletics, because if we look at a home run right here, we're going to be down by a run, which is not good. So Donaldson will pick that one up, make the throw on over to second. Obviously, no double play right there. Just a lot of time from Donaldson to get the throw over to Callaspo at second, but that's okay. Lind, well, he'll get a base hit. That's going to bring another run home for the Blue Jays. So now it is a 1-run game. Over these last few innings, they've really been able to kind of chip away at this lead. Now, as I mentioned, just 1 run. 0-2 count. Going to try and throw it high and outside, and it works. There we go. We finally get out of it here. So Parker allowing his 2nd run of the day. We're going to head into the 7th now, up by only a run. An 0-2 count here, and Jaso's going to hit this one to Colby Rasmus in center. So Jaso has hit pretty well actually this season as far as batting average. I think he's got like 4 or 5 home runs. Not that many RBIs, but that's okay. So Callaspo had that good hit earlier. It's going to have another decent hit right here as that one drops just short and left. That'll go ahead and put runners on first and second for the A's now. So I'm kind of debating what I want to do with Coco Crisp now that he comes up. I mean, do I want to swing away and risk a double play, or do I want to go ahead and lay down the bunt and put him in scoring position? So I am going to go ahead and lay down the bunt. Pretty decent bunt. I wish it kind of was a little bit more down the line, but that's okay. Coco Crisp is out at first, but with 1 out and Jed Lowry coming up, runners on second and third. Computer probably doing the smart thing, going ahead and just walking Lowry, because now a double play will go ahead and end this inning and get Perez out of this mess. So Josh Donaldson will come up next for the Athletics, but ends up just flying out to short. So 2 outs now, and Brandon Moss comes up. Oh my gosh. Grand slam for Brandon Moss. I think that other grand slam I've had this season was actually him. So with that, I am feeling a ton better about how this game is going to end up. And it's not every day that you get a grand slam like this. So Brandon Moss goes ahead and expands what he's been doing for the team with adding another home run and adding 4 RBIs to what he has. So definitely the team leader as far as hits, showing off his stuff. We can go ahead and move to the bottom of the 8th. Jose Reyes getting a little hit to fall short in center. So he'll be on first, and I do have to watch pretty carefully because I know he has some speed, and he is leading the Blue Jays as far as stolen bases go. But, well, I guess if you hit into a double play, I don't have to worry about that at all. Bottom of the 9th here for the Athletics. Here's Jose Bautista. He's going to hit this one into center. A deep fly ball, but obviously does not have the distance. So we're looking at out number 1 here of the 9th inning. All right, Lind, who's has that RBI home run, and let's go ahead and tack on another home run to this. Dang it. I can't really remember the last time where we had the computer go ahead and get 2 home runs with the same player. It's been a while since that's happened. Now, a lot of my bullpen is rested right now, but I do have a couple pitchers warming up. I think I am going to go ahead and keep Jared Parker in the game just because, I don't want to go ahead and expend any energy from the bullpen unless it's absolutely necessary, and we're up by 4 runs. I think I can get 2 outs without allowing 4 runs, and even if I allow a lot more like this, I still know I can take him out. So back-to-back home runs for the Blue Jays, not just, I don't know, kind of momentous here for the computer. Back-to-back home runs, getting a player to have 2 home runs in the same game. This is not good for me. It does get me kind of worried, so we're going to take a look, see what happens with these next couple at-bats, and make a determination whether or not we want to go ahead and keep Parker in, or maybe bring in like Doolittle to go ahead and finish this game. But Cayaspo will be able to ground that or field that ground ball. Out number 2. So they've got to go ahead and get a 4-out rally right here to tie it up. 5, of course, to win. And a full count now. Dang. Colby Rasmus hitting this one deep into center field. That will be caught by Coco Crisp. And that will go ahead and end the game. It's about time. So that grand slam, still one of the coolest things I've seen here over the last month or so in this game, besides that Josh Reddick robbed home run. That was still pretty cool. Anyway, thanks for watching this, you guys. I sure do appreciate it. Of course, more of the Athletics franchise to come later on, so make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't already. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, all that great jazz, but you guys are phenomenal people. You really are. Thanks again for watching, you guys, and as always, I hope you have a good